showtime! Woo! 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 Silent and profiling. Woo! It's live and in color. Woo!
Welcome to the Mafia Sports Report. My name is Tommy. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe and hit that thumbs up. Okay, guys, let's get right into this story. Matt Araiza, also known as the Punt God, is being sued by a young lady who is claiming that Matt Araiza and two others gang raped her at a house party in San Diego. It was actually a Halloween party. And from the story that was told, or that's in the affidavit, the young lady was underage. She was 17 years old at the time. She attended a party, a house party, a Halloween house party. She states that Matt Araiza took her outside. They had sex outside to another house that's not part of the house party, I guess. Then took her to another room where the two individuals proceeded to rape her. Now, I want to be clear on this. These are allegations. He has not been charged by San Diego. This just came out yesterday, and the two individuals that are on this complaint as well, might as well tell you their names: Xavier Leonard and Nolan Uwaliko. I can't pronounce his last name. So there's three individuals that are actually on this civil lawsuit by this young lady. So here's what we know. Here's what we know so far. Matt Araiza's attorney did speak yesterday to a news station, and here's what I gathered from that interview. Matt Araiza and his friends did attend a party, a Halloween party. Matt Araiza did not know this girl before the party, and they met that night. He claims that she said she was from a college, a local college, not a high school. She claims that she said that she was 17 and that she was from this high school. Matt Araiza says differently. He says that she said she was 18 and that she was at a college. And the lawyer also said that she was not impaired, that she was not drunk. She claims the opposite. She claims that she was drunk or drugged, that Matt Araiza gave her a drink that might have contained a sex drug or whatever. And Matt Araiza's attorney is saying that they interviewed her friends and other people saying that she was far from drunk. So you got two different stories here, right? So here's what I gathered from that interview from the Matt Araiza's attorney. If you really read between the fine lines, he's denying the accusations that she wrote, but he's not really denying that they had sex. Okay, he's denying how it happened. This is really dicey, guys, because clearly she was underage. Those are facts. These are facts. Did she lie about her age? I got to say, this is one of those things. He said, she said. I don't know. I wasn't there. You weren't there, right? Only the people that were there know what was said if this girl lied. Either way, even if she said she was 18, she was drinking, right? Now, this goes on at parties, guys. Listen, let's not play dumb here. I was drinking underage too. I was drinking when I had my first drink at 16. So at a house party. So let's not play this role where, oh my God, he let her drink and she was underage, not, under 21. Guys, it's college. House parties happen all the time, guys. All the time. 18-year-olds, 19-year-olds, 20, 17, they drink, right? It happens. So I'm not going to crucify him for letting her, drink if he saw her drink, let's say. And that I don't even know. Maybe he wasn't even around her seeing her drink. That I don't know either. I wasn't there. Neither were you guys. I have no idea about that. But the fact is she is underage. And I am curious how that works if she lied and that comes out that she said she was 18 and it's, and he had sex with her thinking she was 18. Does he get a pass on that? To me, I'll be honest with you guys. 17, 18 is really, really close. I don't know what this girl looks like, right? And that's a tough situation for anyone to be in, especially a 21-year-old college kid, right? Girl says she's 18. I mean, come on, guys, and ladies watching this. You're not asking for ID at a party when you're hooking up with a girl or a guy. You're just not. And I'm being real with you. Now, maybe you're different. Whoever's watching this, maybe you do. Maybe you're a guy and you're like, hey, no, man. I asked her age, but I don't trust it. I had to get her ID. Like, if that's what you do, cool. Listen, I don't blame you. And maybe in this day and age, you got to do that, right? To protect yourself. But most guys, most women, come on, man. Y'all don't ask for no ID when you meet somebody. Even on a blind date, right? Go meet somebody. Are you really asking for their identification? I'm not. I mean, maybe I should after this, but you guys understand where I'm going with this, right? So the age thing is tough for me because if she was 15, clearly she looks like a minor, right? Then I would say, bro, there's no excuse, bro. She ain't 18. Come on, man. She looks 15, 16, right? If she was 17, probably borderline 18 at the time. Man, that's really close, right? That is really close. You don't know. She says she's 18. Some girls do look 20, 21. I work as a bouncer, guys. I see underage girls try to come in all the time, and they do look 22, 23, and they're 19. They're 20, right? They try to get in, but once I check the ID, they're no good. But that is a place of business where we have to check IDs. This is different. This is a house party, right? Where she was probably with other college girls. Think about it. You think this girl went to a house party alone? Right? A Halloween house party on college campus or wherever this was, by the college campus? Of course not. Of course not. She probably went with other girls that attended the college, right? Or else, how else would she know about this party? So that's one fact, right? Then she reported it the day after. Okay, she reported the day after. They had the rape kit done. Okay, these are facts. This isn't just me guessing. Okay, had the rape kit done. There was no charges filed at this time. This is in October of 2021. We are now almost in the beginning of September of 2022, right? So no files have been charged. However, they haven't been closed either. I want to state that, guys. Don't get it confused. This is still an open case. Matt Araiza could still get arrested. It is very possible. I'm just pointing that out. If they did a rape kit, that means there's going to be DNA. More than likely, Matt Araiza had sex with her. I'm going to be honest with you guys. From the way I read between the lines on that lawyer, Matt Araiza's lawyer, the way he talked about it, they had sex. And he's saying it's probably consensual. Now, he didn't come out right and say that, but he also didn't say they didn't. He just said what was said wasn't accurate. Right? Now, if he didn't have sex with her, period, Matt Ariza's lawyer would have said he doesn't know the girl. Right? Maybe he saw her at the party. He's not quite sure. But he had no interaction with the girl at all. That's not what was said. So clearly there was interaction. Okay. So, open an investigation. Clearly there's DNA involved, right? Then there's the phone conversation that supposedly is out there that the girl recorded calling Matt Araiza, asking him if they had sex, what happened. He initially said, now, mind you, this is what they're saying. I have not heard this phone conversation, that she should go get tested for an STD. Then in the conversation, he pauses and says, "This is Matt Araiza. I don't know what you're talking about," and hangs up the phone. Very odd that he would do that, but maybe he thought he was being recorded at the time, and then he knew that something was up. It's the only thing I could think of, because it's a really odd conversation. If that was Matt Araiza, I have no idea. I haven't heard the conversation, guys. So whoever's watching this, don't jump on me, because I'm not saying the conversation's real, the recording's real, if it's Matt Araiza. I have no idea. I'm just going by what they're saying. Okay, so that's not good if it's true. If this recording's true, and he said that, right there, he's already saying he had sex with her. It doesn't mean he raped her. Once again, let me go back on that. But he did have sex with her, and I think he did. Okay. Now you got the Buffalo Bills situation. Okay. Supposedly the Buffalo Bills knew about this in July. Okay. So they knew about this for a little over almost 2 months now, right? It's been almost 2 months. They were aware of the situation. Let's go back to the draft. Matt Araiza, where we drafted him. He was passed by 3 other teams that drafted punters before him, right? I was in shock when we got Matt Araiza initially, because he was the best punter in football last year. He had crazy upside, and you would think that he would be drafted before these other guys, these other punters. He wasn't. Obviously, at that time, who knew about the allegations, right? Nobody. We just thought maybe, it's because he never held the ball. So people are, the teams are, they don't trust that, or he's only been a punter for a year in college, so maybe he won't do good in the NFL. So we were all thinking about stuff. Well, do you think other teams knew about these allegations and passed on Matt Araiza because of that? Once again, speculation by me. I don't know that, but it could be the case. It could be the case that these teams knew about the situation. Did the Bills know about the situation? That's interesting to me, right? Did the Buffalo Bills know in the draft process that this occurred, or this was out there? Because supposedly on Twitter, somebody had a random account and was posting about this situation back in the draft, back around that draft time. And then they deleted their account. It was like a random person's Twitter, right? So the story was kind of out there, guys, already. I never saw it, right? I wish I did. I would have broke the story way early. So it was already out there. So did the Buffalo Bills kind of know? And then they were just like, hey, no criminal, nothing's happened. It was back in October. You think something would have happened by now. Maybe it's just he said, she said. Let's just slide this under the rug and draft this guy and see what happens. I don't know that, though. I have no idea, and I could be totally wrong on that. They could have known nothing about it. But you figure an NFL team, with the security they have, all the background checks, all the things they do to make sure they're getting the right guy, the right fit, especially the Buffalo Bills. They are very high on the right, getting the right person in that locker room, right? The right individual. They want good people on this football team, right? You're not going to get angels every time, but they want to make sure that at least they're drafting a guy with no, shady background, right? So either they didn't do their homework right, or this was just really low key. I don't know. I couldn't. That's weird to me. But they did find out in July. They still cut Matt Hawk, which I was obviously every Bills Mafia was happy about that decision, right? Matt Hawk being cut, he was terrible. Let's be real, guys. Awful, god awful. But the Buffalo Bills went ahead and cut him, knowing that now for sure, knowing that these allegations were, true. That there's probably going to be a civil case pending, which there is. So here's where I stand with this, guys. It's been a day. And listen, I'm heavy on Twitter, man. I'm on Twitter a lot, guys, and Twitter could be a very toxic place. We all know this, right? A lot of people stay off Twitter because of how toxic it can be, right? There is no in the middle when it comes to Twitter, how I see it, right? It's either one side or the other. And how I'm reading into Twitter, what I'm seeing, it's very one-sided. Very one-sided one way or the other, right? There is no in the middle. I'm that guy. I'm the middle guy right now. It's been one day. I got to get these facts in before I say, before I'm the judge and jury on this, right? Oh, he's guilty or she's a liar. I take all the facts in, I gather it in for myself, and then I say, you know what? Okay, here's my opinion on it. Here's where I stand on it. So all I could do right now is give you an early opinion, but I can't give you my stance on it, right? I can give you my stance on Deshaun Watson because I let everything come in, right? I let all the details come in. And then I decided, okay, where there's smoke, there's fire. There's way too many women here. Why did he go to so many masseuses in that time period? Makes no sense, right? All of those allegations made no sense to me. Like, what? Why did he do that? He's a multi-millionaire. Why would he go out and get massage therapists who aren't even licensed, right? Why would he fly in random chicks from different states? It made no sense. So when you gather all that information, then yeah, to me, I'll be honest. I think Deshaun Watson is a sicko. I think he has a problem. But that's my opinion. I could be totally wrong. I have no idea. Now there's other people's opinion say, oh, he's not guilty by the law, by criminal. They didn't find him guilty, right? And then that I got to touch base on too, guys. So I hear a lot of that. Well, innocent, he's innocent before proven guilty. I get that. And I'm all good with that. However, there is people in prison that are innocent and are serving time for a crime they did not commit. There's also people walking the streets today that are guilty as hell of a crime they committed and they are free because either the police dropped the ball or there wasn't enough evidence or the evidence got lost or the girl or whoever, I'm not even saying girl, just in general, person was scared to go to court and testify, or the jury saw it one way. There's many, many cases, guys, of that, right? I mean, I can go on and on about different people that are walking today that are guilty as hell. And then I can also tell you about people that are innocent in prison that clearly you could, with all the evidence, if I'm a juror, I could say that person, there's no way they're guilty. And why are they in prison? So it goes both ways with that, guys. So I don't want to hear all that. This guy's been in prison for 20 years and he just got released because they found new DNA and he was innocent the whole time. Okay, I totally get that, and that sucks. That's awful for that person. But then there's also the other story where there's guys that are guilty, and this poor person knows this person's free and walking around knowing that they did wrong, they did evil, right? So let's just pause on that, okay, on that topic. So should the Buffalo Bills cut Matt Araiza? Here's where I stand right now, 1 day after the news broke. No, the Buffalo Bills should not cut Matt Araiza. The Buffalo Bills should do their homework like they should have done in the beginning. And I could be wrong. Maybe they did, and maybe that's why they haven't cut Matt Araiza. And do exactly what I do, which is gather the information and everything that happened that night as best they can, and make a smart decision. Right? Cutting a player the day after accusations have been made is a mistake. I'm telling you. Right? Unless this, like I said, listen, unless Matt Araiza went and shot somebody and they have proof, that's different, right? Happened right now. This is something that happened last year. It's he said, she said. He wasn't arrested yet. So the Buffalo Bills are going to do their homework first. They're going to make sure before they cut this guy that these allegations are true. I'll take you back real quick, guys, to a couple players. Shady McCoy, and I think this was back in 2018, if I'm not mistaken. His ex-wife accused him of hiring somebody to break in their old house, to beat her up and kick her out of the house, whatever. And I know you guys remember this, and I remember on Twitter, it was the same thing. Cut Shady, he's a scumbag, he's guilty, blah, 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 blah. Nothing happened to that. Nothing, right? Now, listen, I wasn't there. I don't know. Did he do that? I'm going to say no for now because nothing ever evolved, right? It was just totally dropped. You didn't hear anything about it. Doesn't mean it didn't happen. That's not what he did. I personally think is crap, a lie by the ex. But I don't know that for total truth. I just know how it played out, and how it played out was she dropped it. And if she truly believed it, she should have kept going on with that. Then you got the Ed Oliver DUI case. I'll never forget that. Twitter, Bills Mafia, this is a year after his rookie year. Cut him. We don't need that guy in the locker room. He's bad. He's driving drunk. Bro, I'm telling you, it was very one-sided with the Ed Oliver thing. At that time, I was in the middle once again. Listen, even if it was a DUI, even if he was drunk driving, he got pulled over, he got arrested. He's young. He's gonna learn from this, right? He'll probably take a suspension. He'll probably get a good fine. Hopefully, he learns from this mistake. A lot of people make mistakes in life, guys. He didn't kill nobody. I'm not saying he probably could have, but guess what? 0 alcohol in his system, right? Where was Bills Mafia after that? Once that came out, right? Remember the whole story, all of the open bottle in his car, all that crap? Nope, never happened. Never happened. So Bills Mafia jumped on this guy right away. He's guilty. Cut him. Guilty. Scumbag. Get him out of the locker room. Bad guy. Well, what happened? Right? He was arrested wrong. He was not drinking and driving. He had a long day in the sun, right? Having fun out there and driving around his dune buggy, whatever that thing was, ATV. He just had a long day, right? And the police thought he was drinking and driving. They arrested him. It was a wrong arrest, right? Clearly, right? They did the blood alcohol thing, right? 0. But Bills Mafia jumped on that really right away. Get rid of the guy. This is where we stand, guys. It's a tough situation. This is rape. This is tough for the Buffalo Bills. This is tough for everybody that's involved. This is a PR nightmare. This post game with Sean McDermott after tonight's game is going to be rough. I can promise you that. He's probably going to say no comment. I'm not going to comment. He's probably going to say I'm not going to be commenting in that right away. I can promise you that, just to avoid the questions. Brandon Beane's going to be the one that's going to need to talk to the press about this. Matt Araiza is going to have to make a statement at some point. about what happened. Now, I don't know if his lawyers are holding him back, but I would definitely want to make a statement. If he feels like he is innocent and they had sex and she lied about her age, then he needs to be honest and say that. He needs to say, hey, she lied about her age. She said she was 18. She went to this college. She was at a college party. She was drinking, whatever. She was with other college girls. I was young. I didn't ask for ID. Maybe I should have. We had sex. I went home. Also, real quick to point out, she did say it was in Matt Ariza's home. Matt Ariza's attorney claims that is false. It was not in Matt Ariza's home. Not that that makes a huge difference, but that she did say it was in his home and it wasn't. So you got, listen, facts are facts. You got to be really careful on these kind of things. When you say where you're at, right? Police take all that into consideration. So I'm just saying. So guys, where I'm at right now, day one of the Matt Ariza, rape story, I am at, you're not, don't cut him don't cut him now. Let's wait till the Buffalo Bills, gather the information, then make that decision, guys. All right. And I know I'm going to get a lot of feedback on this, and maybe some of you don't agree with me. Maybe some of you do. And that's okay. Listen, this is, everybody has an opinion, right? And that's okay. That's what's wrong with the world today. And that's why Twitter is toxic, because it's okay to have an opinion and to have debates and talk back and forth, right? And say, here's what I think. Well, here's what I think. It's the people that get really offended and really upset and get mean and get verbally abusive on Twitter because they feel like their opinion is right, like so right that they're willing to be aggressive about it. Those are the people you got to stay away from. Those are the people I try to avoid. And listen, guys, it's just my opinion as of now. I'm not leaning one way or the other yet. And I guess that's my point of this video. It's way too early to lean one way or the other. They're terrible accusations, but listen, I can only tell you that if it's true, he needs to go to jail. If it's not true and it was a mistake, he needs to own up and say, listen, it was a party, whatever. She said she was 17. She said she was 18, she's 17. I made a mistake, but I also was lied to. Listen, I think Bills Mafia, I think the average guy, even women, would understand where he's coming from at that point. If that's the case, if that's really what happened. And we'll find out, guys. But listen, to jump on this guy right away, or to be the opposite, right? And say this girl's a liar. This girl, she just wants the money. That's wrong too, right? So that's where I'm coming from, guys. I'm in the middle on this, because if it's true, I feel terrible for that girl, right? And if it's not true, I feel terrible for Matt Ariza for having to go through this, So let's wait. Let's gather the information like I am, right? And then you could pass judgment, right? So guys, listen, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Hit that thumbs up. Hit the notification bell, please, so you get notified when I do videos, when I go live. Tonight, we are live, Friday Night Lights. We are going to do the post game of the Panthers and Bills game. Hopefully, it's another nice preseason victory for us, 11 in a row, which is not a big deal, but hopefully our rookies and our guys trying to make the roster play well tonight. But yeah, other than that, guys, go Bills. I'm out of here. Peace out.